where screening of the Kerala story, the film, has now begun. The screening is being held, in fact, as part of an initiative taken by the ABVP's offshoot group. The Vivekanand Munch is holding the screening. That screening has begun at the JNU. Remember, this comes at a time when there's massive controversy politically over this particular film, which is to release in 3 days from now. Over whether this film is a piece of fiction or it's fact, does it exaggerate facts or is it completely out of line? We have screenings happening across the city here in Delhi, beginning with the JNU campus. Ananya, my colleague, getting us more details of what exactly is transpiring. Now, Ananya, we do know there is legal trouble, political battles over this film that's going on. At a time like that, we are now seeing one group in the JNU screening this particular film even before it's released.
Well, definitely, this is a film that has become the talk of the town at this point of time since the trailer of this film actually released in social media, and now screening of this particular film happening at the Jawaharlal Nehru University. What we're being given to understand is that this is the ABVP unit of the Delhi University, of the Jawaharlal Nehru University that is screening it. At the same point of time, the battles are on legally. We saw how in the Supreme Court in the morning, there was a petition that was filed. There was an intervention application probably that was filed before the topmost court of the country. However, the court said that for everything, they cannot come to the Supreme Court, and the correct forum is the High Court, concerned High Court, and they should go there. The matter was then again sent back to the Kerala High Court. The Kerala High Court also considered this petition and has kept the matter for hearing on May 5, the day when this film has to be released. However, no kind of an interim protection was given to these particular petitioners, or no kind of a John Doe orders, what we call in civil suits, has been passed. So, and now another fresh development that has happened is that the Jamiyat-e-Ulema Hind has knocked the doors of the topmost court of the country to actually, and has filed a petition before the Supreme Court saying that this film would promote enmity and can cause religious hatred in the country.
Yes,
and that's
Ananya,
the reason why it should not be
new legal trouble for this particular film that we are speaking of. Like you've been also pointing out, the Jamiyat-Ulema-e-Hind has in fact knocked on the doors of the Supreme Court. They in fact want a ban on the release of the film. That film is set to release on the 5th of this month, which is in 3 days from now. We're given to understand that the Jamiyat-Ulema-e-Hind has told the Supreme Court that this film demeans the entire Muslim community and it can cause hatred and enmity between different sections, which is why they want the Supreme Court to intervene and stall the release.
Well, definitely, this is the exact argument that has been placed by, in fact, the Jamiyat-e-Ulema-e-Hind in its petition. Now, the two questions that remain is whether the Supreme Court would entertain this particular petition and whether there would be an urgent mentioning of this petition that would be taking place. Because certainly, if we understand the legal aspects and the legal matrix of it, they will have to mention the matter tomorrow before, in fact, the Chief Justice of India to actually hear this particular matter, and whether or not the Supreme Court would actually allow this particular petition that's been filed by Jamiyat-e-Ulema-e-Hind is something that is a matter of time we get to know as to whether the Supreme Court would be entertaining it. But when the Kerala High Court was actually hearing it, it was said by these petitioners that, there are 10 cuts that are already there into this particular film that has been granted. But at the same point of time, we also have to understand that this is a film that has been passed by the censor board. Yes. And there remains to be a very, very less amount of scrutiny or legal scrutiny that could actually happen. We have seen in various cases, whether we talk of the movie Padmavat, whether we talk of a recent case of the Batla House film, though there was a different case that there were trials pending with regards to Batla House, and that's the reason why certain scenes were actually asked to be changed. But at the same point of time in this movie, because and in fact the Kerala High Court also made a very, very strong statement saying that no matter what the arguments of the petitioners are, but at the end of the day, it is a story at the end of the day, and that's the reason why, in fact, the Kerala High Court did not grant any kind of an interim stay in this particular case. But now what happens before the Kerala High Court, what happens before the Supreme Court is a matter of time, and we'll get to know in a few days from now.
Sure, do keep a track of that. But for the moment, Ananya, thank you so much. Let's listen in to the political reactions that are also coming in, because this is not just a legal battle for the film. There's a political controversy that's brewing as well.
The Chief Minister said that there is no love jihad. It only shows that the Chief Minister has not read Quran. Because there is specific remarks and aphorisms justifying love jihad in Quran. For example, the aphorism 221 of Surah 2, it prohibits that a Muslim should not marry a non-Muslim. A Muslim should not marry a non-Muslim.
Three things they have to prove, three things they have to give some evidences. One, love jihad is existing. Two, if love jihad is existing, as per the result of love jihad, 32,000 non-Muslim converted to Islam. Three, that 32,000 converted Muslim went to Syria for joining ISIS. This is very simple. If anybody give evidences about these allegations, we, Muslim Youth League Kerala State Committee, will give 1 crore rupees as a reward.
Right-wing producers produce the film. All these people, they make hue and cry with regard to the subject. And when the people, and when a documentary like BBC is shown, which is a false falsification of entire Gujarat episode, and only defaming the country and country's prime minister, they don't speak anything. Now, when Kerala story is there, when the love jihad is being projected, it is a piece of an art, a story which has got connection with the reality in Kerala and other parts of the country. Today, both Mr. Pinarayi Ravi and Mr. Shashi Tharoor, both who have been proponent of the freedom of speech and they say the freedom of art and all, now they are criticizing because it is now showing fingers at them.
Shifting focus now to more news that's coming in.